We're always hearing about how we need to prepare students for the jobs of tomorrow. But what does that actually look like in a classroom? It's one thing to say it, but a whole other thing to do it. So today, we're going to dig into a really detailed blueprint that tries to answer that very question, the ISR STEAM framework. It's a model designed to reshape education right from the ground up. But before we jump into the solution, we have to get really clear on the problem. What's the fundamental challenge that modern education is really up against? This is the big question, isn't it? The world is just evolving at this incredible speed, and it feels like there's a growing gap between what we learn in a traditional classroom and the skills students actually need to thrive out there. So how on earth do we bridge that gap?
Well, this is exactly where having a structured approach, a real plan, becomes so incredibly important. So let's take a look at the framework that was designed to do just that. Okay, so here it is, the ISR STEAM Experiential Learning Outcomes Framework. And for those who might not know, STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. But honestly, as you can see from this definition, this framework is about so much more than subjects. The key words here are well-rounded, adaptable, and equipped. It's a direct response to that challenge of a fast-changing world. This quote, this really gets to the heart of it all. This is like the North Star for the entire framework. Every single component that we're about to explore is designed to hit this one specific goal, creating students who aren't just ready for what's next, but who are also mindful and really thoughtful problem solvers. So how does it actually work? Well, the framework is built on several key pillars, which we can break down into three main categories of skills and qualities. First up, we've got the foundational thinking skills. You can kind of think of these as the cognitive engine that powers the entire learning process. Let's break these down for a second, because they're all meant to work together. You've got critical thinking right at the core. Then you add creativity, which isn't just about painting, right? It's about using your imagination to solve tough problems. And that's fueled by curiosity, that drive to find new ways of doing things. And finally, research is what puts that curiosity into action. It's a whole system that pushes students to be active learners, not passive ones. Okay, let's move to the next pillar and see how this all connects. See, it's not enough to be a great thinker in isolation. This framework puts a huge emphasis on essential interpersonal skills, basically how students interact with each other and with the world around them. And again, just look at the depth here. This is way beyond just working in groups. Collaboration is about having a shared goal. Compassion is actually framed as a leadership skill, and respect and culture are all about valuing diversity. The big insight here is that the framework treats social and emotional skills as being just as critical as academic ones. They're not an afterthought. All right, the final pillar shifts the focus inward. This is all about building the internal mindset and the character traits that let students navigate life's challenges successfully. This cluster is all about inner strength. Commitment to a goal, obviously crucial, and mindfulness is about being aware of the world. The source material even says that a mindful brain is a calmer, happier brain. But I want to spend just a moment on that first one, resilience. This definition of resilience is just so powerful. The goal is to eliminate the fear of failure. Think about that. In this model, an unexpected result from an experiment isn't a failure. It's just data. This completely reframes the entire learning experience. It helps build students who aren't afraid to try new things, to innovate, and to face adversity head-on. So we've got the thinking skills, the interpersonal skills, and the personal qualities. But how does all of this connect to life outside of school? This right here is the bridge. The entire method is designed around relevance and real-world application. The whole idea is to give students practical skills and knowledge they can use right away, in school, in their careers, and even just as citizens. You can see the entire student journey laid out so clearly here. It's a natural progression. First, students learn these core skills we've been talking about, then they apply them to real-life tasks. That whole process helps them develop that mindful, resilient outlook, which all leads to the final goal, becoming a confident problem solver. It's also really important to note that this isn't just some idea operating in a vacuum. The framework is explicitly aligned with India's National Education Policy of 2020, which puts it right in the middle of a much broader national conversation about the future of education. So when you put all these pieces together, what does it all really mean?
It means we need to start rethinking what student success actually looks like.
Ultimately, what this framework is suggesting is that success can't just be measured by test scores. The real goal is to develop students who are both academically strong and emotionally and socially competent. It's a holistic view of education that's trying to build well-rounded, truly capable people.
Which brings us right back to our starting point. We have a framework that systematically builds critical thinking, compassion, and resilience, all while connecting learning to the real world. A model designed to create mindful, adaptable problem solvers.